Is Keir Starmer gay? Must be. Keir Starmer? Come on. I bet on it, wouldn't you? He seems gay, he looks gay, he dresses gay. His sort of outlook is gay. Staying in Lord Alley's apartment, it's a bit gay. Being there for a month and a half, quite gay. Probably gay. Must be gay. I mean, that's the rumour, I guess, Westminster rumour and has been for the longest time. But I don't know the answer. But wouldn't you love it? Let's decide, shall we?
A recent poll shows that Karma's approval rating has plummeted to just 22%, making him one of the most disliked resistance pioneers in later history. But why sometime recently we move on? I'd like to inquire you a little favor in the event that you appreciate this substance. It would be ideal if you take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you observe the recordings without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a tremendous contrast to us. So did you tap the subscribe button? Awesome. Thank you so much. Presently, back to the video. The reply lies in a web of lies, irregularities, and covered up plans that we're around to reveal.
The phrase Keir Starmer is trending on Twitter today in reference to the fact that many people are suggesting that the Prime Minister is in fact homosexual. This is of course prompted by the fact that the man who has done so many favours for him, Lord Alley, is himself openly gay. I have no idea at all if Keir Starmer is actually gay, but it is pretty clear by now that there is some kind of secret at the heart of all the business about lending flats and having clothes bought for Starmer and his wife. There is apparently a secret, the details of which are circulating in Westminster, which newspapers are reluctant to print. What this might be is anybody's guess.
Brace yourself for the truth. Approximately Labour's fallen star, Karma's rise to Labour administration was brilliant. He cleared into control on a wave of guarantees and a carefully made picture of dependability. But as time passed, breaks started to seem in this cleaned veneer. Starmer's open persona was built on the establishment of his lawful foundation. He displayed himself as a man of integrity, somebody who can be depended upon to form sound choices and lead with genuineness. This picture reverberates aided with numerous voters who were fatigued of political turn and purge. Guarantees be that as it may, as Starmer settled into his part as Labour pioneer, irregularities started to rise. His position on key issues appeared to move with the political winds. Take Brexit for occurrence. Starmer at first pushed for a moment choice. At that point afterward demanded on regarding the result. This flip-flopping cleared out numerous supporters befuddled and frustrated. Another dazzling inconsistency came in D's approach to party solidarity. He guaranteed to bring the Labour Party together. However, his activities frequently appeared to broaden the isolate his taking care of Jeremy Corbyn's suspension from the Z-Right. These inconsistencies haven't gone unnoticed by the open belief in Starmer has disintegrated relentlessly, with numerous voters addressing whether he really stands for anything past political practicality.
Some say that Starmer's marriage is a sham and he's playing away from home. Others that he only married his wife because at the age of 40 he thought that if he wanted to get on in politics then it was better to present himself as a family man. Some people say that he's bisexual, that this is at the root of the difficulty.
The carefully developed picture of a principled pioneer has given way to that of a lawmaker willing to say anything it takes to win votes. But these irregularities might just be the tip of the ice sheet. Rumors have been twirling in Westminster around more profound secret Starmer can be covering up. What skeletons prowl in his closet? What truths has he been frantically attempting to keep from the open eye? One such mystery as of late came to light, sending stun waves through the political foundation. It was uncovered that Starmer had acknowledged undeclared neighborliness tickets worth $4,000. This disclosure struck at the heart of his carefully created picture of judgment and straightforwardness.
It's an open secret at Westminster that those question marks have been around for a long time, and papers have been extraordinarily restrained in not publishing any of that speculation. And even whether they've got, maybe there are publications that have more information than I'm aware of, they've been restrained. Why? Because there's been a strong feeling that it's not in the public interest. And the bar for that these days for the press is really quite high. It's a whole different world to where we were in the John Major years. You know, all those sleaze scandals were really just to do with cabinet ministers having affairs, having mistresses. Right. That doesn't wash anymore in modern day Britain. People actually don't care. You know, if one of our cabinet ministers has got a relationship with someone else,
whatever secrets they're stashing away in the halls of Westminster won't matter a jot to the public, as long as Starmer steps up and delivers on his promises. Rather than faffing about with media control, maybe the government should keep its sights on what really counts, and those are the real issues facing the country.
If it has some bearing on the conduct of policy or laws that are being made, I mean, that's when it starts to become a problem, isn't it?
So you have to have a strong public interest defence to publish this stuff. And I think to date, the media has felt that there hasn't been a strong public interest defence. And in fairness to Sir Keir Starmer, whatever may or may not be going on in his past or in his private life, he has never posed with his family or children and acted like they're the perfect family and that he's the perfect dad and all of that, perfect husband, etc., etc. He hasn't done that. So there hasn't up until now been any kind of hypocrisy public interest defence.
The suggestions of this disclosure are distant educating. It raises genuine questions about Starmer judgment and his commitment to moral authority in case he's willing to acknowledge undeclared blessings of this greatness. What else might he be stowing away as we burrow more profound into Starmer's past and display a complex web of insider facts and lies starts to develop the man who, guaranteed to re-establish belief in legislative issues, presently finds himself at the center of a developing storm of contention. What other disclosures anticipate us as we peel back the layers of Starmer's carefully built open picture, whereas Starmer hooks with the aftermath from his undeclared neighborliness tickets? A more evil undercurrent is brewing in Westminster. Whispers of open privileged insights around Starmer's past have been circulating for months, implying at disclosures that might smash his political career. These rumors go past unimportant political slips, digging into the dinky waters of his private life and raising questions approximately the man behind the carefully made open picture hypothesis around Starmer's individual undertakings has been uncontrolled, with insiders indicating at skeletons in his closet that may make the neighborliness ticket outrage see like a minor rashness. The Labour pioneer's endeavors to keep these insider facts beneath wraps have, as it were, fueled the fire of open interest. His endeavors to control the account and suppress information have reversed discharges, stupendously making a discuss of edginess that's substantial in each press conference and meat.
I'm happy to put it out there that it is an open secret at Westminster that there is something about Keir Starmer's past that is not in the public domain, and it may or may not have a bearing on all this Lord Ali stuff. It may be totally tangential, irrelevant, may not even be true, but if I were him and there is a secret, I would just get it out there now, because this is getting dangerous territory for him. And I don't think that voters will care about his private life, as long as he's not conflicted, as long as he's not being hypocritical, as long as he's not abused his position anyway.
Well, a bit late for all that, isn't it? I mean, he's done all of those things.
Get the story out. That would be my advice to Downing Street. If there is more to say, whatever it may be, then just get ahead of it, and the rest of us can then pack up and move on to another.
Isabel Oakeshott, the tireless investigative writer who's made it her mission to uncover the truth. Oakeshott's tenacious interest of Starmer's covered-up past has put the Labour pioneer on the protective. Her examination has uncovered a web of associations and potential struggle of intrigue that Starmer would or maybe keep buried. The more he tries to shield his insider facts, the more questions emerge around his astuteness and wellness. For Office Open disappointment with Starmer's need of straightforwardness is coming to a bubbling point. Voters who once saw him as a guide of trustworthiness and an ocean of political turn are presently addressing everything he says. The incongruity of a previous executive of open arraignments being so undercover. Approximately his possess issues isn't misplaced on anybody. It's a distant wrongdoing from the open and responsible authority he guaranteed when he took the rules of the Labour Party, but the foremost hazardous disclosure may be, however, to come. Oakeshott's examination has revealed a potential connect between Starmer's closely protected privileged insights and a figure known as Master Ali. The precise nature of this association remains vague, and they relate in one of few way to ruler Ali and to his family precisely what his mystery is, but he beyond any doubt has got one or more insider facts, but its suggestions can be far-reaching. Is this the key to understanding Starmer's hesitance to be straightforward? What kind of impact might Master Ali have over the would-be prime serve as these disclosures proceed to unfold? The affect on Starmer's political future may be disastrous. The Labour Party as of now, battling to recapture its balance after a long time in restriction, presently faces the prospect of a pioneer whose validity is and wears out with each new piece of data that comes to light. Starmer's chances of driving his party to triumph within the Another Common Decision develop slimmer as the tidy settles on Keir Starmer. Outrage, the aggregate impact on open belief is irrefutable. The Labour leaders' carefully made picture of judgment lies in wares, out-supplanted by a developing discernment of a lawmaker willing to twist the truth for individual pick-up the undeclared neighborliness tickets. The flip-flopping on key issues and the whispers of covered-up privileged insights have made a culminate storm of doubt. What does this cruel for Labour's future? Can the party recuperate from however another administration emergency? Or is it time for a total upgrade? The ghost of Jeremy Corbyn's divisive residency still frequents the party, and presently Starmer's validity issues debilitate to crash their chances within the Another Common race. Later surveys paint a horrid picture with Labour's constituent prospects looking progressively dubious. The Stars adventure serves as a stark update of the significance of transparency in legislative issues and in time of moment data and social media. Examination endeavors to stow away the truth often blow back fantastically. Lawmakers who fall flat to memorize this lesson hazard not as it were their claimed careers, but to the belief of the voters within the whole political framework. As voters, we must request way better from our pioneers and hold them responsible for their activities and guarantees.